things that a lot of you guys, I think it's like a Stockholm syndrome fucked into the group thing, like one of my favorites, mom's favorites, what's her name? Janis Joplin, Piece of My Heart. It's going to show you that a woman can be tough. And I've seen it with porno with Marines fucking a female Marine in the sodomizing her. It makes see that she's tough, and a lot of women on porno having the guys with the big dicks fuck them in the butt to show them they're tough and stuff like that. And it's like, that doesn't do any good. It causes health issues for both people. Uh, it doesn't help the immune system whatsoever. There's no evidence of that. It causes sexually transmitted diseases and kills people. It causes sexually transmitted disease in the person that's performing the act and the person it's being performed on. It does not produce children. It does not build a strong immune system. It doesn't. There's no evidence to support that sodomy and constant oral gratification does anything over long periods of times to benefit our health. It's like licking the toilet and saying it makes you healthier, which is not true. So you keep good hygienal things, and your downstairs is meant to, it's part of, it's the way it's made is that it survives in the parts that excrete the things that get out that would make us unhealthy. But that's why that all operates in that area of the body. Okay, but ingesting stuff through the digestive system to maintain the health is just, so you got to it's just science. You just have to understand science. That's why a lot of religious understandings, okay, of sexual do's and don'ts, okay, it's just based off of health. Like Justin Gentile said about the Book of Leviticus. He said, no, Moses just said don't do that because he loves people and doesn't want them killing each other with their aggressive, dominant sex. And that's why with those homosexuals saying, well, monkeys do it. Yeah, monkeys do it, but we're not monkeys. And that's a show of sexual dominance. The monkeys also are like other animals, like lions, that will devour another guy's offspring to have survival of the fittest. And then people, well, and then like Hawking said, maybe we need survival of the fittest. It's like, you wouldn't survive. You can't get out of the fucking wheelchair to get up and build a robot to kill the other Kripke's robot. So if it's survival of the fittest, you'd be the first one dead, Stephen Hawking. So take your brain and go fuck that in the corner until you're dead. Go skull suck yourself to death with your own fucking robot. You're an idiot. The man used to piss me off. He was hard to talk to. Okay. He was very difficult to talk to. And when Alan Gibson told me there's love there, I was like, you think it's love, Alan, but it's not. Okay. Lots of people do that. Just like Alan set me straight on Obama, and I thought, no, Obama will do this. I tried the same with him with Hawking. He liked Hawking, and I was like, I don't like Hawking. I love Hawking, but I don't like Obama, but I love Obama. I don't like Trump, but I love Trump. Nobody wants Barron Trump to live the Lord's Prayer more than me. Oh, sure the fuck ain't his parents. Okay, do you understand? And Malia and Sasha's parents don't want Malia and Sasha to live the Lord's Prayer, or otherwise Malia and Sasha would be screaming it from the top of their lungs. Nobody wants those kids. Nobody wants Jaden and Willow and Trey and Max and Emmy to live the Lord's Prayer more than me. And that should be obvious to the whole planet by now. Every piece of technological equipment that has a mechanism that perceives itself as thinking knows how much I love babies. Amy, I forgot how much you love babies. Who in their right mind that's the operative question. Who in their right mind could forget how much I love babies? Okay, so only people in their right mind know how much I love babies. And that's why they say, that's the spirit of King David. That's the spirit of Jesus. His name's Earl. He's a molecular similitude, like it says in the Pearl of Great Price. Moses is a molecular similitude of Adam, and David is a molecular similitude of Moses, and Jesus is a molecular similitude of David, and so on, so on, and so forth. The Mormons have known it for years. Why do you think the Mormons were the church that was monitoring, studying my life to see if I was doing it right? And then thought, no, he's David Rockefeller's Manchurian Jesus. No, you're your own Manchurian Jesus. Okay, there's a reason my life story is in the Book of Mormon and not Ezra Taft and Benson and Kimball and Nelson and Hinckley and Thomas Monson. Okay. They're not good enough to be me. I would not set up a science experiment to see if they are having sex with their wife correctly and monitor and study their house. I would not spy in their house to see if they're having sex with their wife correctly, if they're raising their kids correctly, if they're following all my rules and all my monetary-based agendas, so we can set up espionage to threaten to blow everybody up that doesn't agree with our banking system. There's no way in heaven or hell that any of those assholes would be born me. Okay, you can look Filio in the eye and say, "You ought to just stand up for the Lord's Prayer, recognize Earl as the body of Christ today." That's the best thing you can do, Pope Leo. Either that or just go kill yourself in your garage, because there'll never be hope for you. No hope for you. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Right? I don't want to go look for a new planet to live on. I want to take care of this one, right? Son of a bucket, right? And go to the well. Up, the bottom fell out, and you can't even take a piece of straw to, even Eliza can't help you, Henry. You funny. I know. But it really helped when they showed me a lot of things at the concert with Harry Belafonte and Smokey Robinson. I went to his concert. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. Me, I'd rather stay home with my wife and kids than go out and make money to pay my bills. John Denver, it's an addiction, If your hours are empty now, who am I to blame? You think if I were always here, our love would be the same as it is. The time we have is worth time alone, and lying by your side is the greatest peace I've ever known. Yeah, but he's bipolar. And when he goes out there, it's like, come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. He's heading out to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was for glitter or rock and roll. They're addicted to it. They're going to get up and go do it. They're going to get in that airplane and die and never see his son and his wife again in the restaurant in California that they planned to live in until he was an old man. Okay. I think it was near San Diego. It wasn't Georgia. It was California. Yeah. Georgia, can you hear me calling? I could be wrong, though, because I was wrong about the Surface being from Ohio. They're from New Jersey. And I was wrong from Cameo being from the ATL. They're from New York. And so I'm wrong about a lot of things. I heard stuff when I was a kid, but it was wrong. It was bad. It was erroneous, bad information. And so a lot of things that I had was garbage in, garbage out. And so people, he don't know nothing. It's like, that's what I heard. I didn't say it was a law. I just said that's what I heard. The law is life is eternal, grace is infinite, okay. Gravity. But, hey, money's real. Now kill over it. Okay, but I thought Cameo was from the ATL, and I thought Surface was from Ohio. No, Surface is from New Jersey, and Cameo's from New York. But it's GQ from ATL. I don't know. They may not be either. But Confunction from the ATL. I know there's some people from the ATL back when I was a kid. Is Confunction in LTD? I don't know. We'll find out. I'll go look that up too. Jeffrey Osborne from Atlanta. How about Michael Cooper? Anybody from Atlanta back in the 70s and stuff when they was doing funk music and shit? Is there any ATL? No ATL. You'd think of all them black people, there'd be enough talent for back in the 70s for people to be doing funk music from the ATL. I was wrong. Maybe they all from New York and shit. In Philadelphia. Yeah, when we grew up, yeah. There was the New York area, the Philadelphia area, Detroit area, and Chicago was where we got most of our R&B. But then, wait, Gwen Dickey from Florida, but the rest of the band from Cali, right? Because we had a lot of people from Cali. Isn't Little Anthony from Cali? I think he is. There's people from Cali because you have a black singer and it's in California where it's yeah, I can sing. I'm on the outside looking in, and I want to be on the inside with you. You found somebody new. I think it was just because it was opportunity. And they were talented, and it was in a place where people take up advantage of that opportunity. You better take advantage of this golden opportunity to exploit people. And the best way to exploit people is to Get them addicted to the same egotistical perception. Smell the flowers while the roses bloom. Take the time, my friend, and sing a happy tune. You get excited. You go in, everybody's taking your picture. Whoa. Everybody finds you sexually desirable. You bring in more car sales and more soda sales and hot dog sales and insurance care than any other person that ever did it before. You are the sexiest. You are the most gorgeous. You are better than Queen Esther. You're better than Jesus. You're better than the Beatles, and you're better than Whitney Houston. You are the best money maker. Bring in the crowds to please the crowds. It all fell before the board. Black and white were the words that recorded him. Requiem for the Masses. So you guys understand, right? If you hate me and you want me dead because your science project people say that I'm going to end up getting you and your children killed because you won't stand up for a Lord's Prayer, you might want to reevaluate your relationship with your tech support. I'm standing for a Lord's Prayer. You can go fuck yourself off to death in the corner. Hey, I'm crazy. I think I can kill God with my ego and then replace my, okay, shit, I suck. We know, okay. So, I think I'm the quorum of the 12 and the Vatican all put together. Let's secure no luck. He's going to play me in chess tonight. So, yeah, knock it off. I don't think they can. I don't think they can either, man. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Every book they've fucked, every story they've fucked, and they sit there and wag their dicks and their vaginas in your face and ask for more money and say you need the top tech to keep doing it. And I don't know if it's all going to work up or we're all going to be particles in space. I can't tell you. I'm not God. I'm just a man trying to live a faithful life and, have faith in God and love one another in holy covenants. And it just, no one seems to want to help and make it tangible that has any influence or any capacity to spread it worldwide in a day. So it's depressing as that koala looks in that tree on my screensaver. From Martin Politician or whatever. I'm just kidding. I don't know how to say the last name. Okay, guys. I love you, all right? Peace out, man.